Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for February 1st, 2023. Guys, that's a day before my birthday. I'm Mike Spiderslayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy, because it's never too early to start that pull list for next week. And before we dive into it, guys, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Whatnot. That's right, guys. Whatnot is a live auction app that you can download absolutely for free on your cellular device. And when you make your first purchase on any auction, you can actually get $15 for free. That's right, guys. Just use my link in the description box below. It will take you right to what you need to do. And like I said, once you make that first purchase, you'll get $15 off. So why not take advantage of it? It's free money, guys. Again, that's Whatnot. Download it for free on your phone today. All right, so here we go, kicking it off with the hot seat, and the hot seat goes to Scarlet Witch issue 2. The first issue was absolutely borefest for me, but we did get to see a setup issue of what's going on with Wanda and her Emporium and how she has this red door, and when people are in need, they go through this red door that leads to the Emporium. We also have Darcy from the WandaVision that's in this book, which could be a cool supporting character, but the first issue was boring. There was nothing there, and the only thing that you got at the end of it was the cliffhanger, as you got to see Vision's daughter, which is Viv, come through that door. Now, she's going to be going through that door, and supposedly what happens in this issue is that she's been having nightmares, and Scarlet Witch has got to go in her mind and find out what's causing all these nightmares, and she's going to be doing battle against this creature or this thing or this person called the Dream Queen. We'll see, right? Now, this comic book is worth is valued at $5. It's 36 pages. Now, there's a backup story featuring Scarlet Witch and Storm celebrating Black History Month. So that's why you are paying that extra dollar for this comic book. Moving on to a book that's on the rise, and this is Black Sun. This is issue 2, or I should say Children of the Sun. Children of the Black Sun, issue 2. This book was quite interesting, as we get to see these children that were born from this black sun that rose in two different occasions. There was an older generation, and then there was a younger generation. The older generation has powers that developed like mutants, right? The younger generation is kind of innocent, and they don't realize that they're going to be getting these powers. Hopefully we dive deeper into the mythos of the sun, if it comes back or not, and if these children are going to actually rule this town or whatnot. People are terrified of these kids because it reminds them of this event that actually happened. Yeah, pretty interesting story from Ablaze. This book is a $3.99 book. This particular comic book week, there's not a lot of comics coming out, so I had to dig deep for a top 10. So here we go, coming in at number 10. I read this book, and it's been coming out like once every 5 months. This is Savage Dragon. We're on issue 263, titled Shark Attack. Mako the Shark Man is out for blood. Savage Dragon comes with our highest possible recommendation. That's all I have to say. I couldn't even tell you what happened in the last issue because it's been that long. I read Savage Dragon because I have always been a fan of Eric Larson. He was the one that I truly got into Spider-Man comics. I know it was like Todd McFarlane that kicked it off, but his run was the longest run, right? When he took over right after Todd. And I always appreciated his artwork and what he did on the Spider-Man title. And I followed him from the beginning when he started Savage Dragon, and I've read every single issue of it. But now it's becoming so scarce, it's like, why do I even read it now? Because it's like, it's hardly ever out. So it's a shame that it's gotten to that point. Probably no one else reads it except maybe one or other two people out there. So yeah, 28 pages, $4. Moving on to number 9, and it's hard to believe it's number 9, but it's DC Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn, issue 1. yeah, we have another one-shot that has to deal with multiple characters that are telling their stories within what's going on in the DC universe with the Lazarus volcanoes, right? And first issue wasn't all that great. There was only one good story in there. We're going to explore some of these other characters now. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this will be good. It's like one of those things where I want to read it, but I don't want to read it, right? I kind of want to keep, going on of what's happening in the DC world. But I don't know, man. This is a tough one for me. It looks like it's got Firestorm on there, and I like that character, so I don't know. We'll see. 48 pages, $5. Coming in at number 8. Oh, God, this list keeps getting better and better, boy. This goes to Venom issue 16. This is a dark web tie-in. Guys, it's wrapping up. And I know I ranted on when it came to issue 15 of Venom because Miss Marvel made her appearance in this book when I thought she was done being in the dark web. And besides her showing up in that book, that story was actually really good with Dylan Brock fighting his future dad, which is Bedlam, right? And then he teams up with Normie Osborn, the Red Goblin. You got Sleeper Agent in there. But then you got Ms. Marvel who shows up and she's like, no one's killing anybody on my watch. Get out of here. Go away. Go find your own book somewhere. Stop being inserted in other people's books and trying to be relevant and all that other crap, right? It just bugged me. It really, really did. But that's what you're going to get here in this comic book. Looks like Miss Marvel is going to be teaming up with them as well as they're going to be trying to defeat Bedlam. This is legacy numbering 216. Dark web tie-in, 28 pages, $4. All right. Moving on to number 7. I don't know. This is Bloodline Daughter of Blade issue 1. So curious to hear what you guys have to say about Daughter of Blade. Are you going to be purchasing this book? Remember, her first appearance was in that free comic book day issue last May. So this is not her first appearance, but this is her first story. And yeah, it looks like, she's going to be following in her father's footsteps. That's all I have to say about that. I don't know. I'm just buying it to check it out because it's a smaller comic book week. It's a new number 1 for me to talk about. 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 6. We have Silver Surfer Ghostlight. This is issue 1. This is obviously, I think, a mini-series. Well, probably is a mini-series. There's no way this is an ongoing. Tony Brooks and her family have moved into a quiet town of Sweetwater. But nothing is quite what it seems when their new home. What mystery did Tony and her family unravel that would call upon the Sentinel of Spaceways, this Silver Surfer? And just who is the Ghost Light? I don't know, man. I don't know. The only reason why I'm picking up this book is that it's a Silver Surfer book, but just like hearing that description that it gave you, the way they wrote it, it didn't even make sense. And I was like, wow, you can't come up with another town name besides Sweetwater? Don't we have a freaking comic book titled Sweetwater right now from Image? I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this one, but I am a huge Silver Surfer fan, so whenever a new Silver Surfer comic book does come out, I'm always on board checking it out. Crossing my finger, what is this going to be? I don't know, man. It says it's 54 years in the making, and it is a new Marvel superhero. So, yeah, 28 pages, $4. Number 5, we have Rogue Sun issue 10. The book is really good as we have Image's superhero universe that explores the character by the name of Dylan, who obviously has this power that he took over from his father. He's been trying to get acclimated to being a superhero, and now he's trying to balance his life between being superhero and a high school student as well. We've gotten introduced to some new villains and potential villains in the future. I like this book. I think this is great, and I think this is all going to cross over one day with all the other Image superheroes that are being introduced, like Infernal Girl Red and Radiant Black and all these other ones as well. So, cool book, 32 pages, $4. Speaking of the Image universe, coming in at number 4, we have Radiant Black. This is issue 21. So our heroes here are up against an enemy like they've never seen before. They have had visions of it, but they've been doing battle recently in the last issue with this gigantic robot. And now, not only is there one robot, but it looks like there's going to be, obviously, a whole armada of robots that are eventually going to come to Earth, and they're going to try to take over Earth. And all our Radiant characters got to try to stop these robots. And it looks like our two main characters, Marshall and Nathan, going to have to share the power of the Radiant Black, as they each have been Radiant Black once, and now they're currently kind of sharing it, but they got to balance that power. Very good book, 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 3, this book has been getting better each and every time it's come out. This is Miles Morales' Spider-Man. We're on issue 3. So now we got introduced to a new character by the name of Rabble. And she is the one, I guess, that was taking out Tiana, who is Miles Morales' girlfriend in the last issue. And now she might be doing battle against Miles himself here as well. I love the artwork in this book. I love how Miles is teaming up with Misty Knight as well. And this book is familiar from the last volume, but it's different at the same time. Already feels like there's something more at stake. We got an original character as well. And I just love Miles kind of going through the struggles right now. He doesn't know kind of what to do with himself. He got suspended at school. He got his best friend into detention. He's not spending time with his girlfriend. The book is relevant in that way, which I can appreciate. And I'm curious to see what the long term is now going forward with this story. So my hat's off here. Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 3 is 28 pages and it's a $4 comic. You guys are going to laugh at this. You're going to be like, Mike, how is this even possible? Why did you even do this? I was getting creative here, guys, because like I said, this is a very weak comic book week, okay? And my number 2 goes to Dark Web Finale. This is issue 1. The only reason why it's here is because I can't wait for it to end. This has been just an absurd disaster. This has just been the stinkiest of all Spider-Man events. It's been so bad. This main title has just been horrible, and I remember talking about the alpha issue like it was going to be the next best thing, and it was written really well. Like it introduced you to the motive of Ben Reilly and the Goblin Queen and Queen Goblin, and she hasn't even been in here. And then you got like Hallows Eve, where you seem like she was going to be a major player, and what's Venom's role? And it was just a complete letdown. So how are they going to wrap this up in this finale? Like, what's the purpose? I mean, Madeline Pryor got her memories from when Cable was born, so she's all hunky-dory there. Like, what's Ben Reilly going to do, right? Oh my gosh. 36 pages, $5. Like I said, it's only on here because I'm anticipating it ending. So what's my number 1? Well, it goes to the Flash 1 Minute War Special. This is just a special issue that I guess enhances the 1 Minute War story. I've enjoyed the hell out of the first 2 parts. People have been telling me for months I need to read the Flash. And I just never felt a good jumping on point. And the 1 Minute War was that good jumping on point. And I feel bad that I missed all these other issues that this creator has written, because he's not going to be on this book forever, and I missed out. And I love the artwork in this book as well. And it says for this special, a lot can happen in 60 seconds as the Flash event 1 Minute War rages on. Writer Jeremy Adams gives you the further insights into the alien speedster race that has invaded Central City and how the Flash family fights back. This is 48 pages, and this is a $6 comic book. So looking forward to that. I'm so sorry, guys, if I'm a little bit off. I'm still dealing with being sick, and talking this long just totally wins me. All right, guys. So we're not done. We are moving on to the noteworthy comics of the week, and there's not many of them, especially when there was some only noteworthy comics to being in the top 10 most anticipated. But this is what we have. We have from DC Comics, Batman Legends of Gotham, issue 1. It's a one-shot. I don't know if you have to buy this, but if you're that Batman fan and you want to see what's going on with Jason Todd, yeah, buy this one. Then we have DC Power, a celebration, issue 1, celebrating Black History Month. So if you want to check that out, check out all of these characters that are in this book. I think that's kind of cool. All right, and then we have DC's Harley Quinn Romances, issue 1. If you want some romance covers, check it out. Nothing knocking my socks off here. All right, moving on to Marvel. We have Moon Knight issue 20. Always a solid book for a lot of people. Jed McKay writing it. He's taking over the Avengers title, being released in May, which I'm excited about. Then we have Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, issue 9. Not currently reading the book. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. Then we have Peach Momoko's new Demon Wars title coming out called Down in Flames. This is issue 1. And then we have a new Star Wars book getting ready to come out. This is Star Wars Sana Staros, issue 1. I think this was the woman that was married to Han Solo. She gets her own solo title, miniseries. I don't know. Pass for me. Then we move on to Image Comics. And I guess the town that I was mentioning for the Silver Surfer book is not Sweetwater, it's Stillwater, because we got Stillwater issue 18 coming out. So my bad, Marvel, you did come out with a new name for a town, but it's so similar, right? Why name it that? Who cares? Stillwater issue 18. Then we have a new number 1 from AWA. We have Black Tape issue 104. King Spawn issue 19. And then we have a new book here that has to deal with Nottingham. And this is Tales of Nottingham issue 1. So, yeah, and that's it. So, very lackluster week in my opinion. Very curious what you guys are going to pick out this particular comic book week for February 1st. 2023. And are you going to save your money and buy some back issues or slabs and stuff like that? Let me know all that stuff in the comments below. Guys, I'll leave you more content right here. This is my top 10 comic book covers of the week. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but most importantly, always read those comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Bye.